Hey guys, what's up? It's Sam, and today I'm wanting to do story time because it was a pretty good story, and I couldn't resist not telling you guys. So let's get this started, pretty much. So, last Monday, I was on tour in Sacramento. Rosa was at the shows early. Like, she came to a couple of the shows and she was there with me. And we were sitting inside the bus, and Weston was in the bus and was like, "Oh my god, guys, Dylan's talking to some guy and Dylan looks terrified right now, like, come look." And he was talking outside, and he was with one of the workers and Lindsay. And I go peek out the window, and Dylan looks behind him and is like, "Oh my god," mouths it to me. And he actually looked terrified, and the guy they were talking to looked really creepy, like really creepy. I was like, alright, this is great. What am I supposed to do? And when I'm on tour, I feel like I'm like the dad of the group. I like have to take care of everyone. So I was like, I have to do something. So I was like, alright, I'm just gonna open the door, and then he's gonna obviously see and walk in. So that's what I did. I opened the door just enough where no one saw me, and he just kind of turned around and walked in. So one of the workers and Lindsay was still talking to the guy, and he's like, "Oh my god, dude, he's a murderer." And I was like, "Oh shit, what? Like, what are you talking about?" He's like, the guy was telling them how when he was 15, his dad was making him sell heroin on the streets in Sacramento. Like, I guess the drug deal went bad, and he, for some reason, had a gun, and he fell. When he fell, he shot, and the bullet went into the guy's thigh, up, straight up, all the way, and hit his heart, and killed him. I guess he got like sentenced to something. He didn't make it clear what it was, because like when that happens, when you're 15 and you do that, you go to juvenile hall until you turn 21. It's not 18, it's 21, and then once you're 21, you go into regular jail, which that's what happened. And once he went into like adult jail, he assaulted a cop with a deadly weapon, which probably made something inside. But it's crazy. So he got 25 years after that. It was technically 25 years to life, and he got out 27 years after that. He got out like a couple months before he was at the bus talking to them, and we were freaked out. Finally, he stopped talking and left, and they walked in, and they were terrified, and we were terrified. It was like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and we were terrified. So then, that night, we actually had to sleep on the bus, and the bus left at 8 a.m. So we were on the bus, and fun fact, you can't poop on the bus. So, of course, me and Weston were like, oh, we need to So we were like, let's go to the closest place that is open, and go there, and take a duty, and get back to the bus, and go to sleep. So we found this place called Safeway. If any of you guys don't know what it is, it's a grocery store. And it was like 0.7 miles away. Started walking there. And the walk there wasn't that bad. We were kind of scared. It was like whatever. And we get there, we're going inside, and there's 2 stalls in the bathroom for the guy's bathroom. Oh, and by the way, it was me, Rosa, and Weston that went to the grocery store, because Rosa didn't want me going alone with just Weston, and Weston needed to poop like me. So we were all there, and Weston walked into the bathroom and was like, "Oh wait, I'm not gonna poop right next to you," and then walks out. And as he was walking out, he realized there was someone else in the other stall. So I go and sit down in the other stall next to the person in the stall next to me, and I'm sitting there like this, like trying to get everything. Get my business done. And I look down and look to my left, and I see the guy's feet. And when I saw that, his shoes were really muddy, his pants were even partially muddy, and they were rolled up, and they were like very distinct pants that I used to own, so I knew exactly what they were. And his like pants were all the way down to his ankles, so I saw his calf, and there were tattoos all over his calf. And I realized that it was the same guy that they were talking to outside the bus, because he showed them his tattoos, and I saw the tattoos when he was showing them. So I start freaking out immediately. I'm like, oh my god, I'm right next to a murderer. This is fun. This is great. I'm going to die while that's gonna be a great story. Love my life. And I'm trying to just get everything out and just go and get out and like run away, it feels like. And as I'm like sitting there, as all this stuff is happening, where I'm realizing that this is the murderer, that this guy is crazy. He was a heroin dealer when he was 15, just a total terrifying person. Scary and terrifying. I hear Weston outside. This all happened within 20 seconds of me sitting down. Weston's outside talking to Rosa, and for some weird reason, I can clearly hear him through the bathroom door, like the main door. And he's like, oh yeah, it's probably the murderer. And I'm like, oh my god. As he said that, I'm like, 5 seconds before he said that, I was like, it's the murderer. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then I hear, it's probably the murderer. And I'm like, oh no. Like, he just said that. Now this guy heard. Now he's gonna be like, oh my god, they know. I have to kill them now. And terrifying, I wanted to scream and run away. But in the end, I wiped my ass, ran outside, told them, I couldn't even tell them it's the murderer. I just grabbed them. I was like, we need to go, we need to go, we need to go. So we walked like down an aisle. And then I told them, and they were like, no way. So yeah, it was terrifying. Oh, and by the way, at one point, right when I sat down, Weston was already out the door shut. The murderer literally ripped ass so loud. It was like, I sat down, it was like, and he was like, oh, he literally said, oh, as that happened. That was terrifying even. I jumped because it was so loud. And Weston heard it from out the door. It was like incredible. But back to the time I stopped telling the story. So I'm out, I'm telling them, and they're like, for some reason, not really freaking out. Like, Rosa's just like, can we go now? And Weston's like, I need to So I'm like, go then. Like, go, whatever, do it. Do your business. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna next to a murderer. And I'm like, okay. So we're waiting. About 20 minutes goes by. And take this in, I took like 30 seconds. I was in and out because I knew, oh my god. And about 20 minutes go by, and Weston, like, we're walking around at this point. And Weston's like, alright, I'm gonna go check if the guy's still there. So he goes in, the guy's still there. So we're like, oh my god, he fell asleep. He tried to and fell asleep. So Weston's like, alright, I'm gonna go in the girls then, because I'm not going in there. And we're like, alright, go do your do. And he does, and we're like, alright, let's get the out of here. So then I bought applesauce, like normal. I always eat applesauce. And we start to go. We thought we were in the clear. We're starting to walk down to the street, and we were on this street, and we had to go way over here to another street like this. So we either had to go this way to a street or this way to a street. So we started walking back to the normal way we were going, and then we realized, like, we saw this white cat that was terrifying. Everything was terrifying because we were already scared. And so we were like, oh, that's scary, that's not fun. And then I was like, oh, you know what, let's go to this street. It seems more like a main street, there's more people, we'll be good. Like, we're around more people and it'll be okay. So we start to go that way, and as we're turning around, I see this guy in the distance, and I'm like, alright, cool. Person in the distance, I can't see, I only see a shape. Let's go that way, because there's no one that way. So we turn around and we start walking. Sorry guys, camera died. So back to what I was saying. We see this creepy guy in the distance, and we're like, alright, other way, main street, let's go. So we start walking, and for some weird reason, we're walking through the parking lot of Safeway, the grocery store, and for some weird reason, this guy is hauling ass behind us. I look behind us, and he's literally more than half the distance he was at the beginning. And I look back, and he's this tall, skinny dude pushing a stroller with no baby in it. And it's like a squeaking stroller. It's literally like a scary movie. So we're like, alright, Slender Man pushing a stroller, that's great, let's go. So we keep walking, and I was just terrified. I was like trying to crack jokes because I was so nervous, and because I do that when I'm nervous and scared. So I'm like cracking jokes, and no one's having it. So then we walk one block down that street to the next little street that's going this way, and we're walking this way. And there's these two cars full of like college kids that I'm pretty sure they were all drunk, even the drivers. Someone was trying to squirt us with a water gun. Someone was asking us if we robbed the grocery store because we had like 5 things in our hands, which wasn't even a lot. And one of them said, you have a nice ass. And I really wanted to go over there and punch him, but there was like 10 of them, so I was like, I'm just gonna keep walking. I'm already in a pissed off mood. I'm nervous and anxious, and I want to kill someone. So I keep walking. Well, we keep walking, and it doesn't get better. We're talking, we're just talking, and then Weston's talking and just silence. He like goes silent and like looks to his right, and there's this guy sleeping, and I jumped, and it was terrifying. And there were just it was horrible. Then we keep walking. We keep seeing people sleeping on the side of the road, and then we walk past this building that's being built, but it's like hollow, like there's no walls yet, so it's open, and that was just terrifying looking. It looked like a scary movie. So then we're kind of getting a little anxious, and like all these stores that are closed look really scary because only like half the lights inside are on. And then we realized we passed the street we're supposed to turn on, so we walked too far, and we're like, all right, let's turn around. Let's go down this street and then we'll be there. We start going back and then we turn to a street that's like past the street we're supposed to go on. And when we're walking down that street, so there's an alleyway in between the two bigger streets. And in that alleyway, you just hear a and we're all like, oh, because whistles, not good. Whistles are not good. In the dark, at night, in an alleyway, whistles are not good. I was getting a little like, ha, 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 like, I want to run away. So we are still walking, and then at the end of the street that we're turning onto where the bus almost is, there's like this car that just stops, and then people get out, and I'm like, oh really? Like there's more people trying to scare us? So I'm like staring at them, like watching them walk away, and then finally they actually turn the corner and walk away, so we're like, alright, good. So we keep walking. I'm like just like walking like this, like I'm pumped, I'm ready to like fight someone, like take care of the people I'm with, and just like get back. And I'm sick of everything. I'm sick of all this that we had to go through. Weston's in La La Land. He thinks everything's fun and games. He doesn't think we're gonna get hurt. He doesn't think anything's gonna happen. He thinks people are probably gonna give him money, if anything. And Rosa's just ready to go to the bus. She wasn't feeling good, and she's like, I want to get to the bus. Like, I hate everything right now. So, that was our 3 characters. If you don't notice, we all got to the bus healthy and safe. And, it was a great adventure. Learned a lot of things. I learned that I hate walking at night with other people. And I with a murderer. So guys, that is it for my video. My video next week, you guys, I don't say this. You have to watch it. Everyone has to watch it because it's not like a big surprise. It's like life-changing. And I'm not being like dramatic or over-exaggerating just so you watch it. I'm like literally, it's some good info that you guys should watch. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. You're all beautiful, and I'll see you guys next week.